come through. You know what I'm saying? Over here, I do live streaming, advertising, video graphic design, editing, music placement, etc. Got different package deals and stuff of that nature. But come over here, lock it in with me. Depending on what you got going on, maybe we could do a live stream. Let's talk about it. Oh, I also do consultation of guidance, spiritual guidance and awareness, divine guidance and awareness. You already know the vibes. Let's build. Naga.
House nigga feel nigga. House nigga feel nigga. House nigga feel nigga. Like a runaway slave, like I'm still trapped in the maze, like I'm still trapped in the cage. Can't tear your head from the shame. Bullet wounds left from the gauge. Man, he's so young, but he's still fighting from the rage. Boy to a man, can't even tell a nigga age. Tattoo scars still remain, just another pawn in the game. Only quick change, searching for the source of the pain. Shit is not a game, putting Steph Curry in the game. Shooting long range, man, a lot of traffic in the lane. It was all eyes in the game. We was all officials in the game. 3 seconds called in the lane. Had to blow the whistle on the man. So many fouls in the game.
Divine evening. Divine evening. You already know the vibes. It's Naga. Divine evening is Naga. Tonight's topic is don't be a fool. Hey, don't be a fool, yo. Don't be a fool. Please don't be a fool. But hey, you can't tell people what to do. The majority of the time they're gonna be a fool, right? I'm always hearing people say shit like, you tell the universe what it is and you're gonna get that back. Yo, don't be a fool, yo. Like, it's reasons why certain text was said, even though the text might not have the particular clarity that Divine put it down, but the way Divine sent it out, that's what it meant. All right. So giving people the wherewithal to be idiots, that's not intelligent. We're like, yo, what are you talking about? Y'all keep telling people that they are divine, they are God, and you are a part of divine. You're not God, so what you say doesn't go. Okay, there's a reason why you deal with negative and positive energies. Okay, this is a fact. It's a reason why you deal with the negative and the positive energies. Okay, it's a reason. So when I hear people saying you tell the universe that's not what you want and that's not what you're gonna get, no, I tell y'all about the pendulum all the time. I speak to the pendulum of life, and you cannot like listen. All right, let's just get off this whole shit about what you're gonna do and what you're not gonna do. All right, because this is where they talk about in the books about not leaning on your own understanding. All right, because you can't comprehend what divine is planning to do for you. You have no understanding of what that is. Never you will have any understanding of what that is. And the more you try to make this a reality, you are playing yourself. This is why I say do not be a fool. Unbeknownst to you, when divine energy is working, you feel as if it's your energy. You feel as if this is you doing these things. No, that is the vanity clip. That is the ego trip. These are entities that formulated when deities came down here and got lost in their job description. This is what happened with a lot of deities that came down here before. They got lost. Some of them came down here was as warriors, and they was supposed to lay waste to other shit that was here, and they got lost. They got lost in bloodlust, and they could not go back. They lost their minds because they stopped following what was told to them. So they were stuck here. Okay. This is what it means by don't lean on your own understanding. Don't lean on what you think you know about these things. You have to be guided by divine, and you have to speak that in everything that you say. You can't subsequently speak higher level attributes or accolades about things in your conversation and then use it as if this is you. You can't do that. I'm telling you, that's something you can't do because you're gonna get penalized for that. Something's going to happen and you're going to lose something, or something's going to skip over, or you're going to sound crazy when you're talking, and these retrospects are going to start playing out within your character, which is going to this is going to show you sense to not be as accepted with what you're trying to do, because you're literally purposely going against the divine with your own understanding. So there's levels to understanding, right? There's levels to comprehension. Divine will allow you to understand certain things and act in certain placements until you get the retrospect. But when you're speaking it to a value like, all you got to do is this, you're actually setting people up for the fall. I don't separate nothing from the universe. We are a part of this. You will never have one big whole anything. You're not one big whole nothing. You're a part of a earth. You live off the water. You live off the air. You live off food. You live off the energy of divine. There is nothing whole about anything that anybody's saying or doing. You're not the subsequent value of everything in the universe. So how could you feel that what you say and what you do is going to change the value of the outcome of your life that was already laid in existence? Who the hell you think you is? That shit is funny to me. Like, it's just funny that people really be thinking that they have the audacity to do this how they see fit. I was a hotepper. I used to be like, hotep, hotep. I still speak the Egyptian principle because it was the first language that was given to us. I still speak it. I hold on to it because I understand essence, right? And I understand divine principle, and I understand how they were trying to. Oh, divine evening, Queen, divine evening. Appreciate you for coming through like always. You already know the vibes. Love, 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 and light to you and your family and everything. You already know the vibes. But yeah, it's like I comprehend the levels of spirituality through existence. So I know divine was speaking to the pretense of comprehension through each time. This is why we don't hold dogmatic to different times of understanding. I hear people like, yo, you the universe, you this, and you only thing I do is you speak this into existence. I'm like, why do y'all here lying? Why would you tell people that? Why would you tell people that? Divine says don't go on your own understanding for a reason, not because he thinks you can't think for yourself. He tells you that because his plan is not for everybody to know. If Divine wanted everybody to know what he had done for you, you would know. This is why you make mistakes in life too, so you can seek out the higher value of what your life is by choice. That's you choosing and making the right decisions. That states to your integrity base. That states to your integrity base. That states to your wisdom. That states to how well you can comprehend your connection within all things. Not, oh, I'm just going to say this and I'm just going to say this and this is going to happen. No, it don't even work like that. It has no foundation in reality. Okay, well, so when y'all hearing people telling y'all just speak what you want, da da da. No, you're gonna be a fool at the end of that, because the energy that base that value, the energy that bases the value that you believe you can speak what you want to the universe, and that's what you're going to get back. That right there, that the base of that action is idiocy. The base of that action is idiocy. Who in you, in what dimension do we all stay in? Do you believe that you, separate from the value, can tell divine what's going to happen for you? You see how that sounds? If I explain to you that way, it's like you're selling yourself short by being egotistical. This is what it means by do not stand on your own understanding. You are getting knowledge that is high echelon. You're getting knowledge that is not from here. It's not normal. Otherwise, anybody will be able to access it. So no, you're going to go through negative and you're going to go through positive, so that you can show the universe that you're apt to learn the difference in between what the world has you trapped in, the box the world has you stuck in, the yin and yang. You're showing the universe you have balanced out the system. This is why you deal with negative and positive, to show how well you are balancing these things out. And thus, when you do this by choosing the path of divinity and being guided correctly, automatically, automatically, you are gifted with profit from the divine, giving you clarity on what you was walking towards. This ain't you doing this shit. Y'all better quit letting these people tell y'all this stupid shit. You're gonna be this, and if you do this, and this is what you know, that energy in itself is egotistical. It's vain. It's arrogant. It's against divine. For you to tell something mean you're not willing to listen. So you mean to tell me your young self that's been here this long, created by the minerals of the universe, right? That formulated here in this coalition is telling Big Mama, which is the universe, what you're gonna do. No, that's not even the understanding what it means when I send out, I'm gonna get back what I send out. Sheena melanated, no duplicated. What's up? Salute to you, Queen. This is what it means when even when they say what you send out is what you get back. That's from the inside of you. Your body is vibrating at a frequency. The blood flow that goes around your body creates electric magnetic field, right? The thoughts you have entail information onto your electrical magnetic field that your bloodstream, the plasma, is circumventing your body as. So that frequency, that electrical vibe that's driving around your body is picking up a thought pattern that you hold in your physical, right? Oh, thanks, Queen. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're listening. So to understand the workings of how divine created you, that gives you the understanding of what the words are actually telling you to be as far as your integrity and your morality and how you're supposed to respond to divine pretense. You can't cut that in half and say, well, I'm just gonna make my own burger in McDonald's. You can't do that. Divine is already laid out. You have to wake up through the iniquities of the planet, the systematic things. You have to wake up through that and learn how to connect to what the contract is that you laid before you came here. We are all children of the divine, spiritually and physically. Your contract on a higher attribute is already entailed. This is your lower self. Your lower self is in your lower chakra, which is entailed to your physical understandings. So your physical body is going to tell you a lot that ain't going to have shit to do with your higher understanding. This is you being egotistical in the plane of existence that we live now. This is you being what they call narcissist, or this is what they call whatever energy that you are self-serving in when you do not speak to the divine pretense of things. That's what's going on with that. So when people are saying, I'm this, I'm that, unless divine told you that, I don't hold on to shit, me personally. I've had a million and one names. Me and my homeboy was tripping about that the other day. I got so many names that people called me from a kid. I was this person, that person, this person. I even started putting those hood names down and picking up spiritual names. And then I ran into other spiritual beings. And then they would crown me with a name that I have. And then I would put that name down. And I would gravitate to the pretense of the circumstance of the knowledge that my brain is circumferencing in. So then I would study where I'm at as a person mentally, and I would go search out that knowledge. And when I searched out that knowledge, I would find the highest attribute under divine that represent what I was thinking. And this is how Naga came into existence. This is how Naga came into existence. I found myself in between two points of existence all the time. Somebody saying this and then divine being the truth. I always found myself being pushed and pulled in between people's understanding and their reality. It was always 2 points of existence. So from one point to the next point, I was able to see wisdom in between these circumstances. This was my mathematical value. Even when I was on the street, I was able to do this. This is something natural that came as a talent. So I could connect 2 points of existence and have that as a fruition. So now I can see deeper in the circumstance. That was the Nagas. They was able to connect the universe to the earth and show you where you came from the divine. That was the chrysalis. That was the Christos. The Naga was explained as the oil that went up and down the 33 vertebrae and went back up to the through the obla dubingata to the purgatory gland and the pineal gland that shined the light of the world inside your body that was able to read the talismans of divine in your flesh, which made you glow a halo when you rose to your higher being at different times. That's why they wanted your flesh. You talking about cannibals? Yeah, they was trying to eat the word of divine. They don't tell you these different stories, but I understand these stories from old because a lot of people are not going to get this energy. They're not going to even scratch the surface of what this is because they were already stripped. That biblical cord from the universal principle was already cut. So now we're trying to save our selected chosen people of this time who may not even know that they're truly chosen from walking in a direction that seems as if you're chosen. They had to create things in this world to make it so you can focus on as a higher pretense. So therefore, you will not connect to the real highest circumstance. This is contrast. This is the contrast reality. So I'm gonna make you superheroes. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna draw this. I'm gonna show you how you can be the greatest. You can have powers and live in a mansion. You can be this. You can be that. You can travel across the universe. You can do whatever you want and fight the good fight. No, the hell you ain't. Divine said, "It's my war." Divine said, "This is my battle. This ain't your battle. So sit your ass down somewhere and pay some homage. Get out of your flesh and stop trying to think you're going to do stuff. Pay homage." It's a fact. Divine didn't take his time to give you unconditional love so you can experience existence, watching other entities fall by the wayside because of disobedience, just for you to go join that team, not knowing what the hell you was joining. Ain't nobody playing pickup. Not at this time. Not we at in this time of the year or this time of the season. You've been hearing your whole life. It's the end of time. It's the end of times. You've been hearing this since you was a kid. Your grandparents told you it's the end of times. You thought next year was the end of times. You thought 1999 was the 2000 was the end of times. You thought 2012. You thought I just been thinking and thinking and thinking. When it finally get here, you still don't know what to do. You just like, I don't know. It's what I say. Really, it's all this time. It's been what you say, even when you wasn't here. So all of a sudden, your young ass just pop up and you think it's because of what you say and do. You don't see the cognitive dissonance in that reality. Shit get deep, man, but nobody really want to have these conversations because everybody want to feel like they doing something. You want to feel like you're a part. Well, you can't be a part of something that don't want you a part of it. Divine don't need people to play the role for him. Divine will handle this. What Divine needs you to do is recognize that you have the light inside of you. Recognize that he gave you that. So it's not much for you to do. What's really for you to do is stay on your integrity base. That's what Divine wants you to do. Stay on your integrity base. Stay on your understanding to your connection to the source of all things. Otherwise, you're just one drop of water. One drop of water. That's it. Just one. And off this drop of water, you ain't gonna make no rain. But if I take my drop of water and put it back with the ocean, I am the force of the ocean. If I take my universal spark, excuse me, and put it back to the divine, I am not just a spark of the divine or a piece of the divine. I am of the divine. This is where you humble yourself at. It's not about what you say. It's about how well you comprehend what divine is trying to tell you. That's the point I'm trying to make. This is the point I'm always trying to make. Yes, we have so many things we want people to pay for. Yes, we have so many situations we want to get directly right in our life, but it's not for the glory of you. It's for the glory of the divine. The glorifulness of the divine is what gave you life. That glorious light is what gave you life. The glorious light was taken a piece off and inserted into your being so you can walk around here and think that you Superman. This is the truth. You have no fight in this game, but you're in everybody's face, so you're feeling the energy because divine said to deal with mine is like a needle in my eye. But divine is feeling what you're going through, not you. But because you're feeling it as well, you feel like you have something to do. It's different when you're young and you're going out in the world and people send you in directions where you're not supposed to be and things happen. You didn't know you were supposed to call on divine. You carried fear when you went in these circumstances. So automatically that taught you that you were supposed to fight. That's because you didn't understand how to handle fear. Nobody taught you that. They pushed you into the world and left you. That was faults of your parents. This is a fact. So now we tell the kid, don't be scared, don't be scared. How you gonna tell somebody not to be scared and your ass scared? You might not be scared at that moment, but you carry fear because you know what fear feel like. And if you was ever placed in that energy and then it exists inside you, so how you gonna tell somebody not to feel something that naturally will come up in you if you in that circumstance? You a liar. This is what divine is trying to get us to stop doing, stop holding back, stop not telling your truth. Stop not trying to look soft when you really soft. Stop trying to look hard when you not like that. Stop being a manipulator when you ain't the damn devil. Stop not trying to be my child when I made you how I made you. Do what I told you. Don't try to go against me. The disobedience role has already been played. Nobody gonna be more disobedient than what's already out there. So only thing you doing is literally following suit. How you don't get that in your head when you start making that motion? Yo, I'm really fucking up right now because I'm going against the grain. What the fuck is wrong with me? Nobody thinks like that. You just say, "God, shut up. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get through it." That's what people do. They literally hold on to the negative, hoping that that's going. Don't even know by default you're being monitored because you already chose to go against what you are. You really think your parent don't know when you in there going this? I remember when I was little. There's no bullshit. I was 5 years old. 5 years old, yo. My mom made a big ass chocolate cake. Sat that shit on the table. That shit was looking good. Was cooling off and everything. Woke up in the morning. I told myself, I was like, yo, I'm gonna get that cake and it's gonna be his fault. He blames stuff on me all the time. I'm gonna blame it on him. How much trouble can I get? This is in my 5-year-old mind. You know what I'm saying? Like he be blaming me for stuff. I'm gonna blame him for some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I always get the beating. He never get the beating. That's how I was thinking about it at 5 years old. So I took my whole hand because I didn't know nothing about a knife and cutting the cake. Even though I did, I just didn't think about it. It wasn't a rational thought to me because I wanted the cake more than anything at that moment. I took my hand, I took a whole scoop of cake out and that cake up off my fingers, right? But automatically, I didn't assess the issue completely. I didn't assess it as a 5-year-old mind. I didn't think about the rational points that would actually get me in trouble, like the size of my fingers, like the fact that I still had chocolate in my nails, like the fact that I might have had chocolate stains on my face because I didn't realize how good it was and I ate it all on my face. I just realized that what I was eating was now gone. So when I got my ass cut and I kept saying it wasn't me, it was him. I really believed that shit was gonna work, but in my mind, it was no circumference to break that value. So yes, that ass whipping was very deserving for me. This is the same thing right now. What you dealing with divine? You think you're gonna outsmart divine? In what lineage? In what time frame? In what retrospect in your mind do you believe you have the audacity to even believe you come into an inculation of divine thought pattern? So you're going to tell the universe to do what for you? You're going to say to the universe and get what back? No, divine stops you from doing things that you think is going to serve you just so you can get the true knowledge of divine. So therefore, you now walking in the path that's being guided for you. So now at that point, your thoughts are no longer yours. You are following your teacher. What are you talking about? Dude, don't be a fool. Please do not be a fool. Don't let these people tell you it's what you want. No, it's not. It's never going to be what you want. If that was the case, you would have had the parents you wanted. You would have everything you want at any given time. Anything you speak would come right back to your ass. That's not the reality. We've all tried that. That's not what works. Okay. Some people let go of their divine understanding and obtain a lot of physical shit, but it has no life in it. It has no substance in it. They can't hold it. You get bored with it real fast. That's what happens when people work 40, 50 years of their life by a choice they wanted to make and they get mad because they're unfulfilled because you didn't follow what divine had for you. You did what you wanted to do. Instead of letting divine make you into the man or the woman, the best version of that for you, you decided to go out and adventure on yourself and know, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it right. What's making it right? Only thing you're going to make right is let divine guide you to do that right. And the only way you can get that unless you learn to listen. And if you can't learn to listen, then you run around here like a chicken with your head cut off, watching failure after failure. When the only thing you had to do was remember how you came, because that's the way you're going to leave. You came in through that door, you're going to leave through the exit next to it. It doesn't matter what nobody say. That's a fact. Check me on that. Go to every hospital, wherever you want. The light you came in here with and they smacked you on your ass and they got that fire to spark into you. You cried, you opened up. That was the light divine give you to live. When you die, that same 21 grams come up out your body and your flesh turns back to dirt and nobody can talk to you after that point. You piss and you shit on yourself. Your body eases and relaxes and your muscles go flat. They atrophy. That light gone. What are we talking about? You have power over what? Prove this to me. Show me where your power is. Show me that you're God, other than the fact that you're a part of it. I'll wait to see. I'd rather let divine make me into what I need to be before I be walking around here talking about what I am. And what I learned through my existence is everything that I ever said I was, I had to stand up to that. And the only thing I ever learned through each circumstance is every time I stood up to that and I didn't have the divine back of me with that understanding, it failed. It wasn't a strong foundation. The foundation wasn't created by the divine. The divine never told you, yo, you could say what you want and you'll get that. I promise you. I'm giving you the power to man. Divine never told you that. That's not even how manifestation works. Manifestation comes by the work you put in for the divine. The divine said, I will give you the desires of your heart. That's your manifestation. So truly, when divine is working on you, getting you to understand how he made you. So learning you how to taste correctly, learning you how to have fun correctly, learning you how to love correctly, letting you fit to things correctly. This is the fulfillment that divine is talking about. So until you even get there, you don't even know what your good look like. You don't even know what your good look like. You don't even know what your bad truly look like because you ain't experienced it yet. You just running from shit that seems bad. Oh no, that's bad for them. I don't want that in my life. Oh my goodness, no. You know what you're telling the universe? You scared. Divine is almighty. Why would divine pull back from anything created in the system? He would never. So divine is trying to make you confident and strong as its energy. So why would he keep you away from any of the negative? Now you're gonna go through that. You're gonna go through that. You're gonna be accepting because divine is accepting of all things. Good, bad, and indifferent. Everything is created from divine, even the energy. So how you gonna separate yourself from any of it? I'll wait. This is why I come at y'all like this because I'm trying to get the mentality that you're using to circumvent around just divine. And once you start doing that and feeling that energy, you will understand that the fears and the things you worry about the most ain't even real because divine fighting this war, not you. So the more people play roles in this situation, like they know what they're doing, you actually getting penance from the divine. Divine taking notes because it's your integrity. Remember, it's about disobedience. It's the only two charges we got to worry about. Everything else ain't got nothing to do with it. It's either you obedient to the Father or you're disobedient to the Father. There's the only two things. That's the question. Did you follow my laws or did you not follow my laws? Not what you did to Sarah, not what happened with your mom, not what happened at your job, not how dirty you did your man. Was you obedient to me or did you follow what you thought? Did you stay in your own thought? Or was you obedient to me? And when you wasn't obedient, how long did it take you to come into this value? These are real divine questions because it's the only thing divine really wants you to do. So if I have to sit back and look at the ordinance, I'm gonna say, damn, divine really don't care about none of this shit. He worrying about if I lined up with the way he want me to live because he created me. That's the only thing that really matters. So then my job is to focus on what that means. I know y'all want it like somebody giving you a gift. I know you want to feel good, you want to feel comfortable and all that. But nah, in your own craziness in your mind, you might, and that's why they say living period is a sin. Just living is a sin because your thought patterns are going to be self-serving. Nobody's going to be able to teach you the value of divinity, especially when they self-serving themselves. So they're bringing more creations in here that just going to self-serve themselves, and nobody's going to have the retrospect to give all praise due. But you need that to live. Without that, you got nothing. The light leave right now. Your flesh go back to the earth. I can repeat this a million and one ways, and you know what? Everybody tomorrow gonna be like, yeah, but I'm just gonna do this. It should be bugging me the fuck out because I be like, yo, it don't even matter if you tell somebody the true truth and you know what I'm saying, like the ultimate truth. It doesn't even matter what that is. You know what I'm saying? Because truth can stand by itself. You're never gonna find another truth beside it. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? How simple it sounds coming from me on a red wall dude with a turban, with a beard, looking crazy or whatever. However you feel, it don't even matter. That's the only truth in existence. That's the only truth you got for your kids right now. The first thing to come out your mouth when you create your kids is make sure they gonna make sure they listen to me. I'm gonna cut their ass. Where you think you get that from? Why you got that natural feeling? Think divine installed that disc into you just for it not to be real? Like, nah, you will flip out if your kids go against you. You get like a different feeling. Like I brought you here and I take you. That's echoing from the universe. That's echoing. And it echoes through the chambers of your mouth because you speak life into your children. The Father is the direction, the guider. You see what I'm saying? So this understanding is only brought through from the universe, through the divine, to the people who are teaching you how to have respect for the creator. Because you have creators. This is a conveyor belt, yo. It's a whole conveyor belt of information. And if you pay close attention, you can see how it's actually working for you. You can see how it's serving you. You can see how it's building you. Life is a class. We are all in the same dimension. We're all here right now together somewhere, spread across the whole earth. And everybody that's is existing right now has to deal with the same energy, whether they comprehend it or not. Whether it's a different energy or whatever, whoever they think they is, I don't give a damn what you represent, what you pray to, what you're on your knees about. The Almighty has no name that solidifies to a value for us to comprehend. We create this shit up like slang. And they've been doing this for eons. This is nothing new. The terms that we live by has nothing to do with the intentions of your heart, the intentions of your body, what you guide your existence by. So everybody want to gravitate to something somebody said because it sounds good, but yet you don't want to put the physical work in. Divine can hear your body, yo. It can listen. Electromagnetic energy is plasma. They switched your regular TVs from the blocky TVs to a plasma screen. Why? Because they find out that's how you are controlled. They found out that's how you get signals. I keep telling y'all the car that's driving has an antenna. Dial the knob. You pick up a signal that has music on it that you can tune in a motion full car. No chords. Think about this shit. Your body, you move all day, every day. The blood is pumping. Slide your feet across a carpet and go touch it, one of your people. You send out electrical shock. It's electromagnetism. You're getting the static, the friction from the floor. You're conducting electricity. So, since you can conduct electricity, you're a conduit of electricity. You have a torus field above your head, connected from your neck to your top of the soft spot that went in. Is closed now, but it still has a spot that's small enough to harness. It's a crystal there. It's small enough to harness that electrical value that allows it to go inside you just like the center of the earth. So you get thoughts, they filter just like this. And they call it the torus field because the field itself, it pulls in and it looks like this when it's coming in. It goes out like that and it looks like this coming in. So it goes down and it goes back around. It's like a donut. That's how the energy goes around your head. It looks like a donut halfway this way. So if you was just to look at the energy that went out, it looks like horns. What has horns? A bull. What is the bull? The Taurus. So they labeled that field after the way it looks. Okay, so you're getting energy constantly. This is what they finally was able to see with electromagnetic lenses. So it's happening constantly. It's coming in. You can't stop it, whether you comprehend it or not. It's what's going on. Okay, so this information is coming in. Your electromagnetic field in your body puts out a field around you. That field can have information entailed on it. It's coming directly from above. I did all this in incremental science. You can go back to incremental science and see me draw descriptions of what I'm talking about right now. No matter what they think, this is the literal. That's why I say spirituality is literal. It's a physical thing. You don't take it serious enough to comprehend what's actually going on. And you're not comprehending no spiritual text to actually understand what's happening to your physical body when you go through certain emotions. You strengthen these by strengthening the energy you getting through the universe, your Taurus field, learning how to ground that out barefoot. You letting electricity flow out your body. This is calming your anxiety. Too much energy going inside of you. Are you picking up the energy from the world or are you picking it up from the divine? Speaks to the value of how you move, speaks to how you answer things. Most people who are worldly, they're picking up worldly energy. Most people who are spiritual is picking up divine energy. And you're trying to comprehend how that's coming in. So the way you're comprehending it is starting to show out in the way you work and the way you move and the way you respond to things. That's the level of divine spirituality guidance you're actually getting. It's in telling your sharpness to that retrospect. The way you are more sharp in the world, the way you move in the world shows how you are more condensed to that value. You are pulling in more electrical signals from the world. You're more worldly active. Give a damn what nobody else say. This is a fact. Go get you some electromagnetic recorders and read your own energy. It'll show you. Some people be shocked to see how much your energy is being, your body is absorbing outside energy opposed to you absorbing universal energy. Straight up, it looked like batteries walking around. Like if you was ever really to see it in real time, and I had the option to take a look at it before. So this is why I'm telling you, I know some shit that people don't be knowing. If you put people in front of them, some of them look like if you ever seen one of those globes, right? And they got the glass dome around it, and you put your hand on it, and the electrical energy follows your hand. Imagine, imagine it. You got that just around your body. That's around like your torso, right? Your stomach and shit. That's being absorbed by the light. It looks like from your torso and your stomach, a lot of electricity is coming. So it's like you'll see the fibers of electricity coming out your body. That's a worldly absorber. A person who is more into spirituality is coming out their head like a tree. It looked like a tree. You got the Taurus field right here spinning when you look at it through electromagnetic. It's a Taurus field spinning, and through the top, it looks like sprouts or sprites coming out the top of it, but they really downloading into you. It just looks like it's coming out by the speed, so it looks like a tree. You look like an onion head in the electromagnetic. I got two of them on mine, like two crowns, like two Taurus fields. I got two, and they sit like bubbles on top of each other. Big ass tree on my head. Sometimes I can see the electromagnetic fields trying to pull off my body and stretch in different ways. That's because the world be trying to come at you, but you have to focus on protecting the light. This is why I understand it's light. This is a literal thing. You can go actually see. Well, nobody want to have these type of conversations because you want to take everything personal. You think it's like this, or you think you're supposed to fly through the sky. You think you're supposed to wrap this up and turn this to that and put these colors on and grab these rocks and smell this and burn that. You think this all about that? No, that shit is to get you to go back inside of you. That's what that's for. All that's to get you to go back inside you, yo. If I can get you to go back inside you any way, shape, or form, this is my love for you. This is the undying love of the divine, doing everything in its power to get you to turn away from the system. They even told you stories about other beings who turned back to the system and turned the stone. They were stuck. They put everything they can in religion to make you see that that's not the direction you're supposed to be going. No matter how that's going to manifest from one time to the next, it all means to come out of the system that controls you to make you want it more than you desire what gave you the energy, even just to be here. How is anything else more important than the fact of the energy that gave you life to be here? It ain't the fact that your mom and your daddy being drunk as shit, fucking the shit out of each other, and then bringing you life. They had nothing to do with it. They could have brought a meat sack in here that had no life. Without divine putting his hand within that motion, sending in that light, that and I sent that light to go in to sit between the eggs so therefore it can grow, create Mayat and Gab so they can have an existence in the water, change from that, come out of this bubble, sit in another level of water, had a water break, had an ocean flow out, and you come out of this salty water. It's the same thing as the depths of the ocean. That when you go deeper and you go to the ethers, now you out in the universe. It's the same thing. Everything is made in the circumference of the image of the divine. These are waves, yo. These are waves. I keep telling you, you can't shake this shit. I don't give a damn what nobody say. It's not a person with a hat, a person with a book, a religion, a place. I don't give a damn about no thousand monks going, none of that shit. I'm telling you right now. That's what it is. That's divine. Everything is in the glory of the divine energy. No name, pure creative energy, the explosive energy that came through the ether the first when waters was calm. They never moved ever. The etheric water never had a motion of nothing. It was nothing there. Just a creative juice just sitting there still. Divine filled up another existence. The light created a womb so it can escape because now it was all knowing in that space. All knowing transcended to a place where there was no knowing, which was where the new ethers was our existence. So when that started parting through, it started pushing through, it started bending, and the first thing that happened was repel. That's the energy coming in. It repelled and pushed everything that way. So that energy can come straight up. That was Elohim, the first formalization of the energy coming through the ethers. It formulated the power. So the first beings formulated right next to the ether. That was Elohim. That was the angles. It exploded in every direction. It made a womb. The womb was created out of happenstance. Because I moved, I punctured and made a womb for me to have existence. Not poof, I made a womb. Oh, that's the woman. Boom. No, it wasn't like that. It was not, oh, boom, I'm Elohim, I'm the man, we floating around. Nah, it wasn't even like that. It's representation of the motion. The motion manifested into characteristics as the waves went through the whole existence. So as repel pushed and Elo came through, the angles came through, it exploded that in a motion. So that motion created a body because the energy it entailed was divine. So this is where you got these first sets of beings. This happened over the longest period of time ever. And as that flung across existence, it had to come back. This is the etheric waters. Implosion. So how all that flung out there and finally slowed down and started doing something that they call solidify, because it was so hot in the water, it was able to strip the minerals from the etheric water. This is how you started getting the table of contents, the existence of stones and metals that float through the universe right now. Your plasma, you can take blood and burn it to a certain degree and get nothing but iron out of that shit. These are processes that happened in the universe before we even understood what processes that were taking place. This is divine motion. So as the first energy repel is repelling, you gain that as a characteristic. Everything that happened first, we gain it as a characteristic. We are the subsequent value of everything that went left. Now what happens? The water goes backwards. Implosion, when it explodes, it goes boom, and then it comes. But while these changes are taking place, the characters are speaking in certain forms that people are not registering, not understanding that this energy is coming through refraction. So by the time it gets to you, it flipped over. You got to be mind. That's why they say you got to have different eyes and ears and mouth to hear, see, and speak the word of divine. This is you comprehending how the flow of the universe is taking place. Peace, Shell. This is you comprehending how the flow of the universe is taking place. This is you becoming wise because this is 2 points of existence. That was Ptah. Ptah, P. Aster. P. Aster became pastor. That's how you end up getting a preacher in a church. He was supposed to be teaching you the wisdom. He was supposed to be Ptah. Ptah is the study from earth to the stars. So they knew this science. They knew how these things was working, and you were being taught this because the frequencies that was coming down to your Taurus field that was going to grow you to be a particular being to go through this system of things. Not man's system, but divine system, which was supposed to be the right way. So that had to be usurped in order to change your direction. Your direction got changed from natural to unnatural. So everything unnatural took place. Now that is your most favorite thing. It gotta be unnatural. Ain't nobody out here chewing on true cocoa shells, eating chocolate out of the dark chocolate seeds. You ain't sucking on that. You eating candy bars. You're not taking fruit and making your own ices. You buying ices from the store. You don't grow your food in your backyard and make your own ingredients and create. You don't do that. You go buy your food from the store. You like convenience. They've taken your mind over in so many different ways. We are comfortable with the degradation. And then we cry and we wonder why things don't work right. Well, everything in your motion, you serve other things. You give homage to other things. You do not care that the divine gave you the energy to be here. You don't care about that. You just care about your momentary issues. You care about what you got to do in a few minutes, who called you, where you going, what you got to pay, or whatever have you. That's all you care about. Who too loud, who too this, who took your stuff, or who did that, who disrespectful, who ain't this. That's all you care about. You give two shits about the light you carry. Only time you don't care about that is when you start bleeding. And most of y'all get real punk. You get a whole little scratch on your hand. You want to go to the hospital and get stitches. That shows how really soft you is. So that at the end of the day, you ain't even holding the value of what divine gave you. You ain't representing none of that. But then you look over here, you acting like that. This value, this shit is crazy to me. Y'all be saying like, yo, but then you want somebody to say that you're important in some way. You want to be a part of the group. You want to be a part of the group. You saying you want this divine energy, you want this divine knowledge, you want to be seen as somebody that carries a piece of energy, a piece of knowledge, a piece of information that can help somebody. You want to be helpful. Only way you're going to help and do it correctly unless divine show you what that is. Every answer for me now is that we have a conversation. I'm trying to figure out how much divine is in your ordinance of what you're talking about. We talking about something went wrong. I'm trying to figure out how much did you use divine in that situation to see if it really worked. You talking about this, and I'm trying to figure how much you talk to the divine. Like everything for me is that right now. Because if I'm supposed to follow that, well, goddamn it, I'm gonna put it all in that. I'm gonna put it all in that. And from my experience, that literally works. You got to get to the end of that trial to see what divine is going to do for you. Until you accept the divine is doing that for you, you ain't gonna know. You're gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna do it. Divine ain't even told you it was gonna help your ass. You ain't even pray about nothing. Nothing. You was like, I'm just gonna let divine do it. Divine don't even know you right now. You just came from the liquor store and the club. I'm gonna let divine do it. You ain't even put no work in. F divine. He ain't doing it for me. Yeah, you would say shit like that because you haven't put no work in. So how do you think something's just gonna happen for you? Oh no, you're just gonna go take somebody else's. You're just gonna go stand next and listen for the knowledge and say, nah, I'm gonna go say this. Nah, divine watch you to chop your head off. It's like you taking money out of the collection plate. They pass you the plate. You took $20 out of this shit. Yeah, I use different things to make different points, and it don't really hold no value to anything. But I say shit like that for a particular reason because it's the level of disrespect that most people comprehend. It's the level of disrespect that you comprehend. So I can talk like this as a value of specific, but then automatically it really doesn't hold no value because automatically at the end of the day you need to be serving just that one purpose. But if you're gonna be in idiocy in any form, I can come at that shit any way I want. I can go from India to Egypt. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like and the whole value of everything given to you in life through unconditional love, no matter what plane of existence is on. It was there to allow you to come through it comfortably. So therefore you can reach a height. You stay in no class forever. You don't stay in first grade forever. You go to second grade. This is a class. You've been graduating through this class your whole life with other things going on. And automatically you're still graduating through this class with other things going on. So once you understand this and you get this retrospect into how you're moving, then you're going to start speaking these values that way. That shows that you have submitted the way you think and your will to the divine. So therefore you can speak different. Divine said, when you come back to me, you will speak true scripture. I don't never pick up no book. My shit be on fire. And that ain't nothing but divine. All praise due. All praise due. I meditate more than I do anything. And I stay to myself and I question me and how I move and how I walk and how I approach things. I take my time and I allow the divine to be in front of me in my thoughts and my speaking. Where you going? You got one life to live. You might as well let divine guide you and see what happens. I am dying to see what the original people look like when they step into their true pathway. I want to see what your strength look like. I want to see how it manifests through you. Not being captivated because a few of us is manifesting and you hope that electrical spark just one day wake you up and you're like, oh yes, boom, bam, I feel it. No, not like that. Because you literally put the work in and through the pressure, the diamond came. Through the pressure, the diamond came. You got to be willing to take this walk. You can't be out here sidestepping. You got to be willing to walk the hard grind and allow divine to guide you. And a lot of times, you're not going to get the answer when you want. You're going to have to wait and trust in the patience. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. They got me frustrated. My anxiety. I don't know what they're going to do something. They still ain't did shit for 3 days, but you done went food for four. The whole 4 days before this shit happened, you going crazy where you at. Ain't nothing changed yet, but you still going crazy. You still exerting all this energy. And then you finally get to the last day and you exerted that energy for nothing. It wasn't even that serious. Sometimes you ain't got enough energy and it's real serious. And it's like, damn, I ain't put enough into that. It's always not going to be what we expect it to be. It's not always going to be how we see it. Matter of fact, 99.9% of the chance, it's not going to be how you see it. Divine is going to do that shit a whole nother way. So don't be a fool thinking that how you see these things that happen and how you believe they should turn out, that's what divine is going to bless you with. Has nothing to do with that. Divine is, if you letting divine help you, then he gonna do it at the best version. That's a capability that you can't comprehend yet. You'll just get a chance to witness it. And that's seeing the will be done. That's seeing divine will be done. People don't like, I know people don't like hearing stuff like that because you want to be in control of shit. That ain't nothing but attributes the world taught you. That ain't real. You don't have no choices. If you had all the choices in the world, you can make them. They be like, what about these people? What about no? These people are making choices off the options that the world gave them. They're slaves. People like, yo, they're slaves, but they having fun. If that's what you believe is fun, I remember when jewelry used to be real. I remember you can go to the store and pick up gold, and it was real gold. Like you could tell the difference because you felt it. Now everything looks the same. They polished it and mixed it with other shit. You don't even have real stuff, but you spending thousands of millions of dollars on it. It ain't even real. I'm telling you, go back to the 80s, go back to the 90s and look at gold. Now look at it today. You could tell they done souped it up and hyped it up for something else. And they like, yo, you want this? I got you. I'm gonna say you I'm gonna say you some real polished up costume jewelry that don't change colors because I put some pyrite in it and mixed it with some other shit. And I'm giving it to you. Be like, no, it's real. See, the reader reads it's real. Where they created that reader too. A metal reader can read off of the value of a particular type of metal. It doesn't have to have that. And it's because it lit up. Say, see, it says it's real. You're a fool. Because somebody had to create that machine to let you know that it's real. And because they created it, they could have created that any type of way. I don't believe nothing I see and half of what I hear. If it ain't coming from the divine, I don't really follow. I'll be like, yeah, sure. Even if you put it in front of me, like until you leave, and I know ain't nothing wrong, I don't be believing that shit. I sit there and look at that shit. I'll be like, yeah, I'll wait. I'm stubborn to the world, yo, because the world ain't never did shit but let me down. People, places, and things that wasn't connected to the divine, it was always a failure. Always. Can't keep the You can't keep an experience forever. You go through experiences for them to be short lived, and then you let them go. Divine is going to give you something you can experience for a lifetime, especially when you're standing on truth. Because once you get past a certain level, then you truly standing on something. I don't give a damn what nobody think about me. People gonna think. I love that judgment because you ain't judging me. You judging the fact that divine didn't do nothing for me. Divine ain't did nothing for you. Divine ain't in your life. All right, cool. Well, because I don't look divine. I don't look divine presentable. It's cool, yo. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about people perception. I know if you thinking negative in my direction, then that means divine working on you. That's how satisfied I am with this whole shit. Like I have nothing against. I don't feel nothing for nobody. I'm like, yo, don't matter what you think. Divine doing that to you. You know why? Because you thinking it. So you got to go through that thought. That means you got to deal with that thought. You got to go through that thought, and you got to understand it and comprehend why you felt like that. And then you got to learn to put it down. If you can't do none of that, that's you and divine beef. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. But it may start with me. And by the time you take that journey and you end up going where you're going, you're gonna ultimately see that was the point in the first place. That's what you ultimately gonna see in the first place. Like, damn, yo, like so I had to learn this way. Other people, elders of mine, they went through the same step. Other elders I've met that I don't know that I've had conversations with, they went through the same step. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nobody that's exempt from this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the funny thing. Like you can meet people all over the globe. It don't matter. Everybody be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you got to learn the hard way. You learn the hard way or you learn the easy way. Like, and nobody can have the same outcome. Everybody's not having the same outcome because they just send a memo to everybody around the earth. Like, yo, so on Tuesday you're gonna have the makeup. On Thursday at 3:55, you're gonna get this is what you're gonna go. No, it's not. That don't even work like that. It don't work like that. Everybody goes through it because you're on one side and then you rise to the truth. That's just it. Bottom line. You're on one side and you rise to the truth. And when you rise to that, divine is purifying your thought pattern of how you see things. Divine is purifying your thought pattern on how you see things. Divine is purifying your thought pattern on how you comprehend and see things. So therefore you can start seeing them in a clearer retrospect that will serve you. It's okay to have your mind off. It's okay to be in different ways of thinking. That's what happened to you. That's not how you have to stay. So you have to first choose to want to be fixed correctly. Otherwise, you're just gonna keep doing the same bullshit you do every day. You're gonna keep living the same. Like that's just what it is. It's what you're gonna deal with forever. And you're gonna be screaming at God like, "Why you just left me? God never left you. Left yourself." Like you leave your shoes at somebody else. You went outside to fight. You be like, "Where my shoes? You left them at so and so house. You was mad. Oh." Then fall all the way down the street, jumped to somebody else's car, cut a couple blocks, got to that block, fought down there, went some more blocks down the street, cut a couple corners, fought on that block, and then you sit out there in the ride going, "How I get way over here? You hot. You angry. I don't even know how you got way down there. And we're 6, 7 blocks away. You over there fighting somewhere." And I left my shoes down in so and so house. You should have been paying attention. Nobody told your ass to go way out there. That's how that should be. Like you go so far away from divine, and then you want somebody to bring just save you. Like, nah, you gotta do the work. You might have to walk back with no shoes on. Have to walk all the way back to get your joints. But if you make the decision to do it, you'll get there faster because you made the decision to fix it. It's like, nah, I gotta get there. I gotta get my shit. I fucked up. Let me go. My bad. Yeah, I gotta do this. Get on your task. Follow that out. You know, it'd be weird. But I ain't gonna keep going deep on it, you know what I'm saying? But that's ultimately what it is. You choosing to keep believing that you right or you think you know better, or you let divine train you so therefore you can hear and see what you're supposed to be seeing. That's the whole point, yo. You're not gonna see it clear until you let divine do this. And that's listening to your first thought. Everybody has a first thought. And majority of the time, you let that first thought go. And the first thought will be blinded or weakened by the fact that you don't use it. So even when it comes up, it might have like a film over it. It'll pop up and you'll be like, hold on. Damn, what I was thinking? Shit, it's gone now. Fuck it. Like that. And that was that first thought trying to come through, but you had a film over it. And somebody will say something. That's the negative energy. That's the negative forces of the universe. That's intention that's happening around the earth. One of your kids might just, you be like, God damn, what? I was about to say something. I was about to do something. And it's gone. That's because you haven't strengthened your field. You have a field around you. You have to strengthen that with the connection to the divine so it expands. It expands not just on particular parts of your body, it expands around you as a protection. So then the energy that they sending off, it gets stopped. It can't come in and stop what the Taurus field is getting. So then you start getting your first thought clear. You have to do some work though. You got to put this work. You got to pay homage. You got to acknowledge the fact that you carry the light. If you don't, it's not going to work. You don't acknowledge where your shit come from, you not it's not gonna work. You'll keep trying, keep trying, don't care who you is, keep trying forever. I did a lot of meditation, yo. I mean, lots of meditation. I'm talking years, yo. Messing up how to do it, learning how to redo it, sitting in the sun for hours, not just minutes, literally sitting in the sun with my eyes closed for hours, trying to get to 7 hours. Like, yo, I wonder if I could do 4 hours. I wonder if I could do 3 hours. If I do 7 hours, seven times 7 minutes, seven times seven, 21 minutes, 21 times 7 times. Start doing all this shit. I'm doing the mathematics in my head. How many times can I get cycles inside of me? I'm literally doing this shit. Sitting on the ground meditating. My cats was watching me do this shit. They would sit by me like the Sphinx. I was putting so much of this energy in it, trying to get what divine had to offer. I literally cracked understandings inside of me like I broke them and I shattered them. People would look at me like, yo, this dude crazy. I don't know what he talking about because they wasn't used to doing nothing full term. They never put the energy in to go this full length. You don't know what that shit look like. You ain't got integrity. Your base of how far you discipline, it stops at, oh, I'm tired. I ain't gonna keep doing this shit. It stops at, oh, I got some shit to do, man. All right, this shit cool and all that, but I ain't about to go. That's where it stopped with most people. I don't got people around me to stop me. So when I be in my mind, I keep going to ain't no thoughts about it. I keep going to my brain ain't gonna do it. I keep going to divine, turn it off. I make it a thing. I'm the type of person, if I like one food, I eat that shit until I get tired of it. I'm the type of person, if I like a pair of clothes, I might buy one, two, three copies of the same thing just so I can have a fresh pair of that particular thing. I'm like that. I'll do one thing until I get tired of it. I'll stay on that shit for a long time. It's other shit that I'm going to get back to. Just because I can't do it right now don't mean I forgot about it. Don't mean I didn't master it. Don't mean I'm a failure at it. It's just because I don't have the means. That don't mean I'm not gonna get back to what I got to do. I'm dope. I got mad shit I can do. Divine gave me. So when one obstacle get in the way, you know what? I thrive on something else. I go shine at something else I can do that nobody don't know because I ain't braggadocious. All glory to the Most High. I said, Most High, what else you got in here for me that I can pull out something out the noodle? It's a gift. It's what's given to me from birth. I'm paying homage at every chance I get, every corner I turn, every thought I get, every shit I take, every blunt I smoke, every food I eat. I pay homage. I don't even pray over my damn food. You know what I do? I tell Most High, I'm so appreciative for the minerals and the things you created in the world to these wonderful people that you also created could put these things together that come out so wonderful. Your job is impeccable. I don't just pay homage. I'm thanking the waiter. I'm thanking the cook. Is you crazy? You don't got enough integrity base to actually have divine pay attention to you. You think everything about what you doing, about what you got going on. Nah, divine gonna keep strengthening me. You know why? He said I'm gonna keep mine. So if he gonna keep mine and I understand what he keeping, why should I not work on what's given? I'm sorry everybody else don't get that. The shit is not rocket science to me. I'm gonna be by myself, that's cool. Watch what I do. Everything I'm capable of. I hope you capable of some shit. Because Divine gave me a bunch of shit to do. I ain't got time to be egotistical. I ain't got time to be self-serving. I ain't got time to be vain. I know my worth. So when I go around people and I hear them, I give them what Divine gave me. I don't give them what somebody else said. I give them my heart. I give them my purity. I give them my truth. I give of divine. And when I give of divine, that's showing me how to give of divine. What do you think I'm going to get back from the universe? The glory of divine. Naga.